Because if you bring in a guy like Davante Adams, Devonta Smith is automatically the number 2 guy, and he already feels like he's not getting enough attention in the offense. So that can potentially be some drama there. But at the same time, y'all, we need a veteran in the wide receiver room. What's up? What's happening? What's popping? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another great episode of Symone with the Sports. I'm Symone, bringing you guys daily sports talk. So if you're new here, if you're old here, you haven't already subscribed to your channel yet, make sure you stop what you're doing, leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me. Also, make sure you check out the links down below. The first link is to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel that you love so much. Second link is to shop the official Symone with the Sports merch collection. Get you the classic tee, the wavy tee, or the brand new JALEN Make It Hurt tee. And the last link is to subscribe to our podcast, Tough Calls, where me and Dylan have some of your favorite sports analysts, reporters, former and current athletes, chop it up with a pod. And lastly, guys, turn your notification bells on because videos are coming like boom, 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 boom. And you don't want to miss a single video or a single live stream because we are going to start going live again at some point. But guys, so you see the title, you see the thumbnail. I see a lot of people, everybody really asking for Davante Adams. Like when I'm on Twitter, all the fan bases want Davante Adams, of course. And when it comes to Philadelphia Eagles, would I want Davante Adams on the Eagles? Duh. Is the sky blue? Is the grass green? You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't want Davante Adams? Now, is it realistic though? That's the question we have to ask. So Davante, it was reported by, we all know who Davante Adams is. Superstar wide receiver with the Green Bay Packers right now. He's 28 years old. Pro Bowl receiver. So Davante Adams is going to be a free agent at the end of this season. And it's not necessarily. So in July, Ian Rappaport reported that Davante Adams and the Green Bay Packers had stopped their contract extension talks. Now that was July. It's December. So who knows? They could have started it back up, but that was the last report, was that they stopped the contract extension talks. So a lot of teams, of course, are imagining Davante Adams in their offense. It's also a big question mark whether Aaron Rodgers will be returning to the Green Bay Packers. He's already been disgruntled. Aaron Rodgers, excuse me, y'all. Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams are both players that I believe want to be on win now teams. We already know Aaron Rodgers wants to win now. Davante Adams is 28 years old. I don't see him wanting to go on a team that's not promising him where he can't foresee a championship in the near future, 3-4 years future. And the Eagles can be that team. But let's talk money, y'all, because the money's talk. The money is what talks, okay? So first of all, in 2022, the can't get my words out. The salary cap is going to be raised to about $208 million, okay? And this is a pivotal year, a great year for the Eagles free agency wise, because we're going to have a lot of money to spend in free agency because Carson Wentz's dead money and contract is finally going to be off the books, amongst some other things. So right now it's projected that the Eagles, as of right now, the Eagles have around $14 million to spend in free agency. But the Eagles can increase their salary cap room by $30 million just depending on restructure deals. So potentially a Fletcher Cox, a Brandon Graham, a contract like that get restructured. The Eagles can raise their salary cap space by as much as $30 million. So we potentially could have max around, what's that? $44 million, because right now we have around $14 million, and if the most room that we could create is about $30 million off of contract restructuring. So we can have either between $14 billion or $44 million to spend in free agency. That's a heck of a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? And that's a wide window. And of course, you know, guys have to agree to get their contracts restructured. So that's just a look of what the Eagles have going into this offseason. And then the salary cap is going to increase even more in 2023. So the Eagles do have money to spend on a free agent. Now, will they have enough money to spend on Davante Adams? That is the question. Because Davante Adams pretty much wants to be the highest paid receiver. Everybody wants to be the highest paid at that position. So right now, Davante Adams is the 18th highest paid receiver. 18th, y'all. Y'all know Davante Adams is top 5 receiver. But right now, he's getting paid as much as, he's the 18th highest paid receiver. So right now, Davante Adams has been making about $14 million a year. So to put that into perspective, DeAndre Hopkins is the highest paid receiver right now, and then I believe Julio Jones is the next highest paid. Right now, DeAndre Hopkins is making about $19 million on average over the 5 years, because when he was traded to the Cardinals, he had 3 years left on his contract, and then the Cardinals extended him for 2 more years. So all of that added together equates to about $20 million, $19 to $20 million that D-Hop is making. So obviously that's a good ballpark to see, okay, if that's what D-Hop is making, then Davante Adams is going to want at least that or more, okay? So Pro Football Focus has predicted a contract for Davante Adams. This is just a prediction. They predict that Davante Adams is going to want around $93 million for 4 years with $15 million guaranteed. That's an average of $23 million a year. That's a whole lot of money for one player, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that that's just a prediction. That's a ballpark. So we can definitely expect him wanting to make around $20 million a year, because between 18 and 20, because that is what DeAndre Hopkins is getting. So he definitely has the resume to get what DeAndre Hopkins is getting. So that's a lot. I don't know if I want to spend all that on a receiver, but at the same time, y'all, we need some sure hands in the offense. Now, Nick Sirianni said last week that the passing game has to be perfected and has to be improved, and that they will be fixing the passing game this offseason. So you guys know what that means to fix. Like I said, there's 2 things that goes in the passing game. We want to take out the offensive line. It's the quarterback and the wide receiver room. Devonta Smith, y'all, we have 2 Devontas. You know we're going to be mixing them up all the time. Devonta Smith is our only real star in the wide receiver room, and he's not getting the targets and the attention he needs. So if we add in, now I believe we need to add in a X receiver this offseason, whether it be via draft, via free agency, via trade. Whether it's Davante Adams or not, I wholeheartedly believe we need to add an X receiver. Now that will open things up for Devonta Smith, because if we have a receiver that's getting double teamed, that's getting covered by the best cornerback, that's going to leave Devonta Smith open and able to get involved way more. Now I don't know how that make Devonta Smith feel, because if you bring in a guy like Davante Adams, Devonta Smith is automatically the number 2 guy, and he already feels like he's not getting enough attention in the offense. So that can potentially be some drama there. But at the same time, y'all, we need a veteran in the wide receiver room. Period. We need a veteran in the wide receiver room. Every room, quarterback, wide receiver, cornerback, D-line, O-line, linebacker, every room needs a veteran, and we don't have that in the wide receiver room. And if we want to see growth with our quarterback, if we want to see growth in our receiver room, if we want to see growth in the cornerback room, those guys are going head-to-head at practice. We need a veteran in the wide receiver room, and that could be Davante Adams. It really could. So like I said, would I want Davante Adams? Of course. Will we cash out on Davante Adams? I don't know. But y'all, we have so many draft picks that I think that first round picks that I think we should cash out on free agency, whether it's at the wide receiver position or whatever. We need to get a star on this team, because we have 3 first round draft picks. If we can hit on those picks and get NFL ready guys, then we can spend that big ticket money on free agency, because we don't have to get a bunch of different players in free agency. We can just spend that money on one big player, spend our 3 draft picks on those specific positional needs. But this offense needs a star, guy. This wide receiver room needs a star, and I want it to be Devonta Smith, and it very well could be. But regardless, Davante Adams or not, like I said, we need a veteran in this room. You saw that clip on SportsCenter when Tom Brady, you know how Tom Brady wears his scuba suit? Then Mac Jones started wearing a scuba suit, and they were talking about that's the kind of tips you get when you have a veteran in the room. These guys, their growth is not going to be as high as it can be if they don't have an OG to learn from in the room. So, like I said, whether it be Davante Adams or not, we need a veteran regardless. If it's Davante Adams or not, we need an X receiver, in my opinion. It would help Jalen Hurts or whoever the quarterback is to have that bang-bang contact receiver. Throw it up. He's going to get it. A guy that you can throw open as well. But guys, let me know what you think. Make sure you like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me. Make sure you check out the links down below. Buy me that coffee. Shop the official on the SymoneWithTheSports merch collection. Let me know what you want to see in my next video, and until I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!